and welcome to Bonhill Geography. Today I will explain the United Kingdom's place in the wider world. From blossoming trade routes to cultural exchanges, transport networks and electronic communication, the UK is deeply interconnected with the global community through a variety of different media. Now, trade is a cornerstone of the UK's global presence. The UK trades extensively with different countries around the world, with significant partners including the USA, China, Germany and the European Union. Now, the EU does still remain a vital trading partner for the UK, and it accounts for a substantial share of imports and exports, despite Brexit taking place, but we'll touch more on this later on. The UK also has growing trade links with the Asia-Pacific region and Commonwealth countries. This leverages historical ties and uses linguistic connections. Now, for example, in Nigeria, as many as 60 million people speak English. This helps to improve our trade relationships with the country, which can also be seen using TNCs like Shell and the emergence of Nigeria's telecommunication industry, which also uses lots of UK-based calls. British culture has arguably had a profound global impact. From literature and music to cinema and art, the UK's cultural exports are celebrated worldwide, particularly in English-speaking countries, not only the USA but also ex-Commonwealth countries included too. Now, the English language spoken by millions is a key asset in our international businesses and diplomacy. The UK's cultural influence is further amplified by institutions like the BBC, ITV, Channel 4 and so more, and globally recognised events such as the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. It can also be argued that the royal family have a strong role in influencing political relationships, like the recent meeting with King Charles and Donald Trump, and support for President Zelensky. While these are primarily ordered around support for Ukraine, lots of trade deals can also be negotiated in these meetings, with strong cultural ties being established. Transport networks are also essential for connecting the UK with the wider world. The UK boasts an extensive rail network. Of course, many of these trains are not efficiently run, however, but it does have an efficient road system, major international airports like Heathrow and Gatwick. Now, these transport links all work together to facilitate the movement of people and goods across the UK, helping to enhance trade and tourism. The UK's maritime ports also do play a crucial role in global shipping, helping to import and export goods all over the world, for example, Liverpool 1. In the growing digital age, or post-industrial economy if you like, electronic communication is vital. The UK has a robust digital infrastructure with high internet penetration rates and extensive broadband and mobile coverage. There's also undersea data cables that connect the UK to global networks. This enables fast and reliable communication with trading partners worldwide, and is partly responsible for the increasing rates of globalisation and our connection to the wider world through the use of transnational corporations, or TNCs. Now, by the end of 2025, the UK has aimed to level up many areas in the UK, aptly named the Levelling Up Scheme. This is to increase gigabyte connections to as much as 85% of the UK's population. This should help to drive innovation and investment into previous dead zone areas. Now, behind on the video here we see a typical kind of valley situation that's quite rurally based within the UK. Internet would not normally reach these areas very easily, but by installing gigabyte connections across the road and then into people's homes, it means that actually there can be more opportunities for rural accommodations to be used for remote work locations, as a result improving the regional economy within many different areas. Now, the UK's relationship with the European Union has significantly evolved and changed since Brexit. The UK now operates under the UK-EU Trade Cooperation Agreement, which governs trade, security and other key issues. I won't go into the terms of this today, but there's lots of videos out there that would explain exactly what we do within the EU, and I'll link that in my description after this. Now, despite leaving the EU, the UK continues to engage in negotiations to reduce trade barriers and enhance more cooperative strategies, particularly in relation to trade, more trade in the use of skills and services, so the tertiary employment sector rather than the secondary employment sector or trade in raw materials. Lastly, we'll talk about the Commonwealth in a little bit more detail. This comprises of 54 member countries all over the world, and it fosters economic, political and cultural cooperation, with many of these countries also taking part in, for example, the UN. Now, the UK plays a significant role in the Commonwealth, supporting development programmes for other countries around the world, governance initiatives and advocacy for human rights. These ties are reinforced through regular meetings and collaborative projects, and these usually aim to help economically benefit all countries. Again, we are getting into this idea that we are improving connections with the wider world and improving our relationships with them, as a result changing the way in which our economic relationships work with them, benefiting everybody. Here's a short summary slide of everything covered in today's video. On the next slide we'll find out an example question and then followed by a model answer, but please do pause there if you would like to have a go at it first. As we can see, the question is asking us to suggest how changing economic and political links may affect the UK's place in the wider world, and this would be 6 marks. Now within this we'd be expected to typically refer to the Commonwealth and possibly even the Brexit kind of thing that's happened recently, but you try to have 2 pill paragraphs, one about Commonwealth, one about Brexit. Okay, so I've decided to talk through this kind of question here, because it is a bit of a weird question, just to make sure that we do fully understand that, okay? So, points. Changing economic links, especially after Brexit, will have a big impact on how the UK trades with other countries. Evidence. The UK now controls its own trade policies and is looking to make new trade deals with countries outside the EU, like those in the Commonwealth and Asia-Pacific regions. Explanation. By finding new trade partners, the UK can rely less on the EU. For example, in Nigeria, where many people speak English, it's easier for companies like Shell to do business. Link. These new trade deals will help the UK to stay economically stable and open up new markets, making it stronger in the global economy. Now our second paragraph is kind of touching on the ideas of the first. Point. Political links, including those with the Commonwealth and the influence of the royal family, also affects the UK's global position. Evidence. The Commonwealth, which has 54 member states, promotes economic, political and cultural cooperation. The UK supports development programmes, governance initiatives and human rights within the Commonwealth. The royal family also plays a role in international politics, as seen in meetings with global leaders. Explanation. These political connections give the UK a chance to influence and promote its interests worldwide. The Commonwealth offers opportunities for collaboration and mutual support, which can improve the UK's diplomatic and economic ties. Link. Strengthening these political links will help the UK to deal with the challenges of Brexit, ensuring it remains an important player in international affairs and keeps its influence in the wider world. Thank you for watching Bonhill Geography. I'll catch you in the next video.